At the beginning of the 19th century, when industry was becoming America's religion, Brooklyn was considered the hinterland of unreachable Manhattan, and Greenpoint, in turn, the hinterland of Brooklyn. For immigrants, it was one of the key gateways to America. For some, the beginning and the end of their journey. In the second half of the 20th century, the area between Newtown Creek and the highway connecting Brooklyn with Manhattan was known as Little Poland. You could hear people speaking Polish, shopping at Polish stores, visiting Polish doctors, barbers, lawyers, and restaurants. But there was never a place like this in Poland. Watch the Greenpoint Tales.
My name is Isabela Barry, and I came to New York in 2002, in the fall of 2002. And the reason was that I just got a job here as a librarian. I graduated from the School of Library and Information Studies at the University of Alberta in Edmonton, where I spent 12 years. And at some point, I was invited for an interview, and I got here, I got a job, and I relocated, driving across the United States from almost the West Coast to New York in my 27 years old Volvo, which was quite a journey, I have to say. I don't know if I mentioned that, but this is my, fourth country. From Poland, I went to Greece, where I spent 2 years, and then I moved to Canada, and from Canada here. So changing places and being on the road is a part of my fate, and I think this is a part of the Polish fate, if I may say so. My grandparents had to leave their house in Volhynia in 1945, and they spent 6 weeks traveling in a cattle car. And they came to a small town in Lower Silesia, where they got a little house. And I have a picture of my family. My mother is not married yet here. There's my 2 uncles and my grandparents and my mom, who was a very beautiful girl. I think she is a student here. It's during her student time. I love this picture. They are very happy here, despite everything they went through. So I'm trying to be happy as well, despite everything I had to go through, and which sometimes wasn't easy. And that's life. I came alone. I was actually ending my 7-year, very interesting but not very happy relationship, and I just did not have any obligation. Firstly, I was assigned to one of the 60 branches of Brooklyn Public Library, somewhere in Lower Brooklyn, Gerritsen Beach, I believe. And then I was, somebody just realized that my first language was Polish, so I was quickly assigned to Greenpoint, which was a little bit traumatic for me, as I wanted to blend in. I didn't want to be in a Polish community. I was in a Polish community for the last 12 years before that, and I wanted something else. I met my husband, that was not even 2 years after I came to New York, and pretty soon we moved in together and then we got married. Michael is an American Jew. His family comes from Saxony. He's probably fourth or fifth generation. He does not practice Judaism. Other than in a cultural way. So, yes, we go to the temple twice a year, but then Michael goes with me to midnight mass. And we celebrate a Christmas as I used to celebrate it in Poland or in Canada. We have a Christmas tree, we have Vigilia, and there was absolutely, he is very open to everything what I am attached to. And he accepts it, and I just reciprocate this. And everything what Michael would propose in terms of his cultural venue, I would just join him in it. That's the mutual respect, and that's love, I guess. Bringing Polish readership to the fourth place in Brooklyn, that's a success. That's a measurable success. That's something which I can, put on my CV and say, I worked hard, and these 35, 40,000 people who live in New York know me by my name because I invited them to the pleasure of reading. When I got to Greenpoint for the first time, I was, of course, I knew that Greenpoint was almost predominantly Polish at that time, and there were maybe 3 shelves with Polish books, multiple copies of something which wasn't really that attractive to bring people in. So one of my first tasks was to go for so-called big buy. I got $4,000 and I was allowed to buy in the local bookstore whatever I wanted, whatever I thought would be good for people. And I weeded the previous collection, I brought new books, and then I started organizing programs, and people started coming. And Brooklyn Public Library has books in almost 100 languages. I just got a message from the head of the foreign languages, and she said, Isabela, Polish books circulate so well, you are on the 4th place. After, I think, Spanish, Russian, and Chinese. So I think that's a success. That's something which I hope I will be remembered for. I'm not an immigrant. I'm an expat. We, people from Poland, are not anymore immigrants. We don't have to leave Poland right now. We leave Poland because we want to go to the world, we want to explore it, we want to see other places, meet other people. I'm not an immigrant, and I would be an immigrant in the 19th century, maybe between the wars, but I'm not an immigrant. Poles who lived here, we just gave it up somehow. We did not manage to build some Greenpoint institution which would be accessible for Poles and which would be some kind of a cultural mark. Yes, there is a Polish Slavic center, and yes, recently things are different than they used to be. They are more open, and there are very successful attempts to organize Polish life here, except many Polish people just moved out. It's not a Polish place anymore, and it's gentrified, and everybody had to just find a place to live somewhere else. I used to joke that as long as I am in Greenpoint and the Polish collection is in Greenpoint, then a Polish life will still exist. Of course, that's a joke, but the Polish collection is still there, but people have to travel. We lost a lot of Polish readers, Polish patrons. They moved somewhere else. What do I miss after such thing as a cottage cheese? What do I miss really, truly? I miss Poland. I miss Poland. It's not like I'm homesick, like this a hero of one of the Sienkiewicz novellas. Would I cry reading aloud Pan Tadeusz? Probably yes. I'm a sensitive person, so I would probably cry. And I can live anywhere. I speak quite fluent Greek. My Russian is not bad. I could refresh my rusty German. English is a lingua franca, which would just make me comfortable anywhere. But I miss Poland. I miss. I miss the affairs, Polish affairs. I miss Polish life. I miss I don't know, maybe this is just, some sentimental, not very wise feeling. And I'm happy here, but I think I would be more happy if I just, filled the circle, leaving Poland, going back to Poland.